What's up, YouTube? DarkWorldMOFO here with my topping regional deck build list. Dark Worlds, of course. I'm going to show you guys my build and why I ran the cards I ran. So yeah, let's get started, guys. So start off with the staples. I hope you guys can see that. 3 Graphas, obviously. 3 Snows. The Searcher of the deck. This card is, I love this card. And then 3 Browse. The Draw Power. These 3 cards are the MVPs of the deck. I ran 2 Silvas. People don't like this card. They say it clogs your hand. I love it. It's a big beater. Even if you don't have Grapha, this card can just sit on the field. True that it can be a dead draw if you don't have any discard outlets, but then even still, you should always still have a back row to protect you for one more turn, or you have 10 cards that let you discard a card. So you should be good with being able to discard any cards. So yeah, I really like these. I never had 2 on the same time, so I never exceeded with these. The level 5 ones are really nice, but no, I just really like this card. It's a deck devastation virus target and a eradicator target with gates, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, I really like this card in the deck. It's awesome. I also ran 1 beige. I did not want to run more than 2, just because I felt like this card I think clogs more a little bit than Silva, because if you have to drag down and the only monster you have is a beige, then you're like, what the fuck do I do? Why do I want to have to special summon this when I could rather have, let's say, a Silva for a bigger monster, or any other monster that has a discard effect? Because this is nice to pop back for Grapha, but if you don't have Grapha in the grave, you don't want to have to discard this to special summon it, because you'd rather discard something else. So I only ran 1, but it worked out nice. Really nice with the Graphas. It let me get a lot more than 1 on the field. And then I also ran 2 Trances. I really wish I had 2 guides. Sadly, I don't, but I run the 2 Trances. I really love this card. It just ignites all your plays. This and Snow can either search your gates or Grapha, and then on from there, you just take over the game. So yeah, those are my monsters. I played 15 monsters. I like my monster lineup. I would just rather have minus 1 of these and minus a Silva and a Trance for tour guides. I think I would just run 2, but if I did run 3, I would take out the other Silva. But yeah, I will definitely be getting those. I'll definitely have those at Nats for you guys. I got my invite. If you guys didn't, I'm pretty sure you all know. I got 19th with this build, this exact build. I haven't changed it at all. But yeah, spells, 3 gates, staples. I mean, obviously. 3 dealings. I played 3. I did not play a mirror match. I was very, very, very happy about this. Mirror matches are very annoying, and they are very dragged out. They are long, and the game changes instantly. So it can either go to your favor, and you think you have it, but then they draw 1 card, and it completely changes. So it's really irritating. 3 drag downs. This card was amazing. I played 5 Inzectors, and getting their cards to their graveyard, such as like a Centipede or a Dragonfly instead of the Hornet, was so crucial. Especially the and Hopper and Zeta Hawk, because I remember I was playing 1 and I saw his hand. I dragged down an MST from his hand. I was like, you know what? My back rows are more important because I had like skill drain set, so I don't want him to hit the skill drain. So I dragged down. I mean, I love being able to choose what cards I have to which cards I'm able to take out of their hand. It just completely destroys what they had in mind and changes the game. Then the 1-ofs, card destruction, obviously. This card was really nice. I had a Snow, a Grapha, and a Brow in hand, and I was playing the Mist Valley Ninjas guy that I beat, and I was like, wow, if I get this off, I'm pretty sure I could beat the game here. And he goes Dark Bribe. I was pretty upset about it, but I still got the match. But yeah, that card is awesome. Oh, and I first turned this against an Inzectors. He had Warning, Judgment, Dragonfly, Zeta Hawk, all the cards in his hand. And I had good cards in my hand too, and he just could not come back from it. Allure, I like this card a lot. Draw power, really easy to side out as well. Foolish Burial, first turn deck devastation virus, or for game 2 and 3, first turn eradicator. This card's fucking awesome. I just love it. Especially if you have no discard outlets and you have a Dark World monster in your hand. You can just get your Grapha immediately, and then it's really hard for them to get over. And then the other one of Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy. I actually sided out Monster Reborn and Dark Hole a lot against Insectors, because Dark Hole, it's really not a big deal running over their monsters, and then Monster Reborn, my graphic comes back, and they don't really have anything I want to run over. I mean, Monster Reborn, sorry. And then they also don't set many back rows, so I could potentially take these three out for second deck devastation, second skill drain, and let's say it goes in match, or an MST, if I'm scared of their back row. The guy I played in my last round, Nick from Team Nice Guy, make sure to check his channel out. He sided D-Fissures in his Insectors deck, and he made a really good point that when Insectors are sent to the graveyard from the Spell and Trap Zone, they are counted as an equipped spell card, so they do not get banished. So it really helped him against my matchup, especially Dark World's. Getting rid of all my monsters suck when he still gets to keep his horn in the grave. So shout out to him again. And then I'll get on with my traps. I played 3 Reckless Greeds. This card is good and bad. I really love this card when you have more than one, sorry. The draw power is amazing. But 1 isn't bad. This card won me my game against Mist Valley Ninjas. He had a Macros Cosmos on the field, and I had the nuts in my hand, but all I needed was 1 MST to get rid of that macro. So I was like, should I just summon Snow and keep attacking? Because he didn't have any responses either. Or should I just, and then I ended up doing that. I ended up attacking for a couple turns, and then I was like, fuck it, I really need to get rid of that macro, because I really don't want him to draw into something. So I went Reckless Greed. First draw is a gate, so I'm like, oh my god, that's even better, because I had like a card destruction with Grapha and Silva. I was like, wow, if I draw MST, this game is completely over. And I drew into the MST, and I ended the game on that turn, and I didn't have to worry about not drawing for 2 more turns. It was incredible. 2 Mind Crush. This card is amazing as well. It combos so well with Drag Down and Deck Devastation Virus. It's really easy to side out as well for games 2 and 3. If you really don't feel the need to have to get something out of their hand. I could always side this out for like a second skill drain and a second deck dev, or 2 goes in matches or something like that. So yeah, I really like that card. 2 Torrentials. This card is amazing. I love this card. It is very, very, very nice. I run it like over bottomless or warnings, I guess you could say, because getting my monsters to the grave isn't a big deal. And when they already have a monster on the field that I haven't gotten rid of yet, and I have Torrential, and then they go summon another monster, and I can just get the Torrential because priority's gone and shit like that. For example, Insectors. It is just really, really, really nice. Let's see. I also played 1 Skill Drain, Dual Terminal. It looks fucking awesome. I mained 1, side 1. It was really good. Maining 2 would not have been bad at all, but I just really couldn't find the room, because all the cards in my deck are like so crucial in my deck, I guess you could say. So maining 1 and side 1 really helped. I sided it in every single game, because I didn't play any decks that used Skill Drain or weren't affected by Skill Drain. And then I also played 1 Deck Devastation Virus, MVP card of the day. This card is amazing. I played 5 Insectors. This card destroys Insectors. I also played a Dino Rabbit. This card destroys Dino Rabbits. This card is so, so, so good. I love this card. I main 1, side 1. I sided in the second one, same with the Skill Drain, for every single match against Insectors and my Dino Rabbits, and even Mist Valley Ninjas, because they had some monsters that were less. And I mean, just being able to chain to this card when they try to destroy Grapha, it's just really nice. And I ran the 1 Solemn. I like this card. Some people don't, because you don't like paying half your life points. But this card comes in handy, especially when you know you have game, and you're like, alright, well I have something to negate something with, so if they have a Mirror Force, I can just go Solemn Judgment, and then I have the game right there. So this card is really nice. It's really versatile. You need to know how to use it, I guess you could say. You have to save it for the right time. And then last, I played a Starlight Road, just for protection. I think I got Stardust out a few times during the day, which was nice. I like this card a lot. I don't think I'd rather run anything over it, just because I love having the feeling that my monsters or my back rows are protected. And then getting the Stardust out is also a huge plus. But yeah, that was my deck. I played 40 cards. It worked really nice. I drew really, really consistent, honestly, all throughout the day. And I really like it. Tarantulas came in handy. All my cards in this deck are very, 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 very good. I really, really like it. I would just like tour guides and maybe one more monster, but I really don't know what to take out for another monster. But yeah, let me show you guys my side and extra. Side deck. Side deck won me games, just like it does for a lot of people. 3 MSTs. Fuck your D-Fissures, fuck your Macros Cosmos, and Shadow and Prison of Mirrors. This card came in handy so many times. I would side out like Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy just for the MSTs. Like, you know what, fuck it, dude. Heavy Storm, I could hit it. But MSTs, I know for sure if this already face up, I will get rid of it. Monster Reborn. Would you rather, if you had the nuts in your hand, would you rather top deck a Reborn or an MST if they have a Macros Cosmos on the board? Same with Dark Hole. I mean, I guess Dark Hole could save you another turn if you don't have anything in your hand, but I feel like getting rid of that is just so much better than having those other cards. Same with Mind Crush and Allure were really easy to side out as well, and even one Silva, if I felt like it was clogging during the match, I could side it out. I also sided one Cyber Dragon. I don't know why I did this, because I do not have a Chimera Tech in my extra deck, and I luckily did not run into any windups. I know a couple windups were there and they were doing fairly well, but luckily I did not run into them. Windups, Chaos Dragons, and Mirror Match were the 3 main decks I was very scared of. Dark Worlds and Inzectors I was not too scared of just because I have cards to battle against them. And then my good friend John Fox, he let me borrow one of his Jellin duos. I actually did not side this in at all. I only side this in. Same with Spirit Reaper. I was running 2 before, but he let me borrow the one Jellin duo. I only side these in if I'm playing decks that don't get affected by skill drain. So, like for instance, since I played 5 Inzectors, I always wanted a skill drain over something like this because they could just pop it really easily. So I did not side into these. I will still keep them in my side deck. But one of the Inzector decks I was playing, he went Prohibition my Grapha, and that hurt. And he was talking to me after the match. He fucking destroyed me. He was the only Inzectors I lost to during that day. That really hurt. So I think I will be siding 2 Prohibitions. I do not know what I will take out yet. I also sided a Trance, a third Trance for the Mirror Match, just because I was going to take out Dealings, and I felt that I needed like some more discard power in case the drag downs and gates weren't enough, and card destruction. Oh yeah, and then I would take out card destruction as well. And so in case the gates and the drag downs weren't enough. But luckily I did not once again run into any mirror matches. 2 goes in match. I love this card. I sided this card in every game against the Inzectors as well, because I was thinking like, if they summon a Dragonfly and they have a Centipede on board, that's 2600 damage, the most I can take, unless they equip Zetahawk to it, or the Zectalibur, or whatever, whichever one it is. But that's the most damage I can take. So I would rather have goes in match and have those 2 little cards on the field than have them go into a Zen Mains, have them go into an Acid Golem, have them go into anything else. Because Graph is bigger than all those cards. If they don't have extra deck cards, my Graph is bigger than every single one of those cards. So I really like this card. Same with Dino Rabbits. I had it against the Dino Rabbit guy, game 2, but he got over it. Stuart, he went X1. He got top 8, I'm almost positive. So shout out to him. He was a really good player. Then I sided second skill drain. This card is amazing. I fucking love this card. I sided it in every single match. I played Gladiator Beast. I even sided against Gladiator Beast. They can tag out for cost, but the card that comes out won't get its effect, which is really nice because then it's just a little tiny monster that graphic can run over. I sided second deck Devastation Virus. This is the MVP. As I said, I sided this in every single game. Against all my matchups besides the Gladiator Beasts. This card is just, oh my god, I love this card. You have no idea how much I love this card. But yeah, this card is amazing. So, same with Eradicator. Eradicator, I sided 1. I was like, I'm worried about Chain Burn, I'm worried about TG Stun and all that stuff. So I was like, you know, I'll go with one of these. And it worked. I went against Gladiator Beast. And I got it off game. He beat me game 1. I went game 2. I was like, wow, I really need to win this. This was early on. This was 3rd round, and it was already 1-1, so I was kind of nervous. So I was like, wow, game 2, I opened up Silva, Gates, and this. And I was like, yes, I have this. So I did it. And then I called Traps. And then I looked at his hand. He has 2 T-Kings and then like a Darius, I think. And I had a Torrential set, so I was set for the game. He had no. Oh, and then I got back. And then I got rid of a Compulse and a Warning. I don't know why he kept in Compulse. Or maybe he sided it in. I really don't know why. But yeah, I got rid of that, and he was like, "I'm just gonna scoop," literally on the 3rd turn. And I had Drag down the 1st turn, so that was really nice. I got rid of his hand incredibly fast. Like I was like, it was like turn 3 or 4 before he, like right before he scooped. I was like, "How many cards in hand?" 1. And it was just a little T-King. And I think I had a Grapha engraved by then. He was like, "I'm just going to scoop." And then game 3, I got it. I was really happy. Another really good card, Dark Smog. I really like this card. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really like it, but it comes in handy, that's for sure. I sided it in. It's really nice to get rid of their Hornet out of the grave, just so you know that they have 1 less Hornet, in case they only have 1 in the grave and you got rid of it. And then you can always discard like a big Silva or anything. A Grapho is really nice. I remember he went Centipede, and I was like, "Are you gonna use his effect?" And for some reason, I just automatically chained. I was like, "Okay, get your Hornet out of the graveyard." And he was like, "But I can still attach from my hand." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." But then I looked at my hand, I had Grapha, so I went Banish Hornet, discard Grapha, and it blew up his Centipede. And he was like, "Pass go," and the next turn I got the game. That was, I think, 7th round. Yeah, that was 7th round against my 4th Insectors, and the last round was my last Insectors. And then sided Mirror Force. I think I sided this in once against the Gladiator Beast just because I didn't want them to tag out. Maybe they can still tag out after Mirror Force. I'm honestly not sure. I'm not familiar with them at all, but luckily I still won that match. But yeah, this card helps. I sided it against Rabbits too. Honestly, I like the card Magic Cylinder. I would have rather sided in Magic Cylinder over Mirror Force just to get them some damage. And since I played Insectors all day, Mirror Forcing all their little monsters weren't a big deal, and then half the time they popped it anyway. Even like half the time they will pop it anyway, I should say, because I didn't side it in. And then I also sided 1 Bottomless. Maybe I should have done 2 Bottomlesses instead of the Mirror Force, but Bottomless came in handy. I played it against the Gladiator Beasts, and then the Dino Rabbits, and I don't think I sided it in against the Insectors. But I did side it against the Mist Valley Ninjas, just so I could get rid of their Hanzos or whatever they bring out from Super Transformation. I think that's Ninja Transformation. Yeah, so that's my side deck. I like it a lot. I think I'm gonna take out Mirror Force though for maybe a 2nd Bottomless or possibly 2 Magic Cylinders just for trolls. Because I really do like that card. It's really fun to play, especially people who get pissed. I would have played against the Mist Valley. I mean, I was like, I sided in the Mirror Force. I was like, wow, he has that 2700 little Mist Valley Apex guy or whatever the fuck it's called. This could be a Magic Cylinder, and he would take 27 to the dome to the face. And then next turn I have another Grapha and a Silva, and that's game. I mean, that's game right there. But I mean, Mirror Force is a better card. I just like Magic Cylinder just because it's funny to use. And then Bottomless came in handy, so I don't know what I'm going to take this out for. I also got to find room for Prohibitions. I think I might take out maybe these 2, the Spirit Reaper and the Jellin Duo, just because I never side them in. I always keep Skill Drain on the field. Skill Drain is my card to go to. I really love that card. That definitely won me games, I'm not even going to lie. Skill Drain won me games, Torrential won me games, because I know what they have in their hand, and if they have 1 monster and I have a Torrential to protect myself, and Deck Devastation Virus won me games. My traps won me games, and of course Grapha did, because it's Grapha's Grapha. Extra deck, Stardust Dragon, obviously for the Starlight Road. Not much explaining to do. I think I only got him out once or twice, sadly. But actually not sadly, because then I didn't have to worry about getting my ship blown up, because most of the time I would drag down there maybe Dark Hole, Mirror Force, Heavy Storm, stuff like that. Sided a Utopia. I did not go into him once. I think because I only run 1 beige, I rarely don't have, like, let's say a Trance and a beige play, because I don't like discarding beige from Trance's effect, because beige can just normal summon himself, so I have to waste a discard effect to get him on the field, unless you're going to go for double Grapha. But I didn't go into him. And then out of my 5 packs, I pulled a Ray. I was happy about that because I needed one. So I pulled a Ray. Too bad it's not ultimate. If you guys have an ultimate and you would just like swap me, that'd be fucking awesome because I really do want an ultimate. But yeah, so I pulled that. I also pulled in a Josho, so I wasn't really happy. I didn't really get any too good pulls, but I guess I did need this card. I didn't go into him at all. I would have liked to just for like late game. That would have been kind of cool. I sided a Leviathan. Didn't go into him at all. I don't know why I did this. I picked him up for. Oh no, I borrowed this from. Did I borrow this from Fox? I might. Yeah, I think I borrowed this from Fox as well. So I got to give that back to him. But I didn't even go into it. I mean, I have 3 level 3s in the deck, and they're brows, and I want to discard them for dumbass draw power. So yeah, that wasn't a big deal. And then last but not least, the number 5, level 2 level 5s, number 12, Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. I didn't go into him because I never had 2 Sylvas on the field, but he is good. He can you can detach 1 to save him from being destroyed by battle and card effects. So I mean, he's a good card to go into, especially if you need to stall for a little bit. Tyrus and Adrius are a lot better than this guy. Obviously, Tyrus is amazing. He's a pro. But yeah, I didn't have those, so I couldn't really do anything. But yeah, that's my deck, guys. I got 19th place. I went X-2, 6-2, 8 rounds of Swiss. Lost 1 to Dino Rabbits, lost 1 to another Inzectors. And once again, shout out to Team Nice Guy, Nick. He played Inzectors. I played him in the last round. He's an awesome player. Check out his channel. He has a nice channel. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Let me know. I don't think I'll make too many changes to the main deck just yet. I'm gonna test it at locals again. I'm sure I'll top. So I'll have a regionals report and all that stuff. And if I do ever make changes, I'll of course give you guys a deck profile. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. DarkWorldMOFO out.